Full Wednesday evening to talk sports, and that's why we're here on Sports Beef Live to give you the best of the best when it comes to sporting information and entertainment from across the globe. Now, this evening we have a loaded package for you because the UEFA Champions League just kicked off with a bang yesterday. We saw 2 hat-tricks and 6 braces shared among 6 world-class players, and that's why we love the UEFA Champions League. And early as of this morning, NBA lovers were up to see the first game, the first tip-off of the new NBA 2019-2020 season, and it did not disappoint. It began with the Battle of LA, that's the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Los Angeles Clippers, and also we saw New Orleans Pelicans take on the Toronto Raptors. We'll tell you all about that and all the UEFA Champions League games to expect today. But before we start on the program, we'll run you through the highlights. We'll talk about the UEFA Champions League, and then the Ballon d'Or nominees have been released earlier on this week, and we'll talk about all of that tonight. And we'll also have a new award for the best goalkeeper. It's called the Trophy Yashin. It rewards the best goalkeeper for the calendar year alongside with the best player of the year, and we'll also have nominees for the Copa Trophy. That's the trophy for the best player under the age of 21. According to France Football Magazine, the organizers of the Ballon d'Or, will tell you all about that, and we'll tell you all about the UEFA Champions League games going on right now. 2 games already played today. Chelsea defeated Ajax at the Johan Cruyff Arena in Amsterdam, and also RB Leipzig coming from a goal down to defeat Zenit St. Petersburg in Germany. We'll talk about all of that, but before we start discussions proper, we have to do this very big birthday shout out. It doesn't get bigger than this man when you talk about football. Once you mention football, in some areas, a lot of places, it is synonymous with his name. Pelé is the man. Today is his birthday, even as he turns 79 years of age. He's still a living legend in many of our hearts, in our minds. A lot of people consider him to be the greatest footballer to ever play the round leather game. And we'll be talking sports alone tonight. I have my guests, my analysts in the studio with me tonight. I have Kingsley Oga, who is the man in the middle. He's a Manchester United fan, but he really knows how to talk about UEFA Champions League. And these days when Manchester United do not play in the UEFA Champions League, the question I want to ask him first is, how do you do that, Kingsley?
I supplement with the Europa League. You understand, when the variable is not available, the available becomes variable. Yeah.
All right, that's why he's here tonight. But I think Manchester United might not be in the UEFA Champions League. And that gives him a clear view of the UEFA Champions League. No sentiments, no bias. He says it as he sees it. And that's why he's one of the best in the business when it comes to talking sports. And man to my extreme left, he is Christian Peter. Always delighted to have him on set. And even as the NBA kicked off, he was really, really excited. Stayed up all night to watch the games. CP, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here once again. And when you have people going to ninth class, that is how it is. I'm talking about Manchester United and Arsenal. So they are not actually the only one, and Arsenal also. So we are like the primary 6 students. You know, we go ninth class, but it's good to be here once again to talk sports.
Always good to be here to talk sports with this gentleman in the house, and it's even better when you connect with us on the program. Send us your thoughts and your comments, your opinions on the UEFA Champions League games played yesterday. We saw 30 goals across the games yesterday in the UEFA Champions League, and 2 men scored 6 goals between them. Raheem Sterling with a hat-trick and Kylian Mbappe with a hat-trick. In the process of scoring that hat-trick, he broke some records, and we'll tell you all about that as the show progresses. But send us your thoughts and your comments via our social media platform. The WhatsApp platform is open for you. You can start texting us on WhatsApp as soon as we start discussing on the issues, and the phone line will be open for you earlier on today, so you can tell us your thoughts and your comments on the program tonight. Let's begin talking sport now. 79 years. He was born on the 23rd of October in 1940. He went on to win 3 FIFA World Cups. I think it's the only player to win 3 FIFA World Cups. He's got a lot of goals, 757 career goals in total, official goals. Turned out for Brazil 92 times, and he won the World Cup 3 times. Pelé, still arguably the best footballer, the greatest footballer of all time.
Arguably the greatest football of all time, and well, I say maybe the greatest football of all time for now. Well, you have to use his days, and now you can't actually compare the two times. So the 2 eras. So for me, I think he's a great man at any time. He made us to enjoy football. For most people that actually met him, they enjoyed football. You know, he talks about Pelé, he talks about Maradona, he talks about Batistuta and the rest of them back in those days. I think they did great thing, and good time that he's celebrating a birthday. You know, great men actually celebrate birthday. Maybe will I say October period we saw our father, Pastor David Ibiome, celebrating this month, and great man also in the football. You know, Papa loves football, and is having a legend also celebrating
Just
another
2 days later.
celebrating another birthday. It's a great stuff, and I want to say happy birthday to him.
It was for
Maybe I should shift my birthday from July down to October. And I think this man is football itself. He brought us to, I think it's for those of us that are still young, those of us, when I mean those of us, he's not part of those of us. he made football enjoyable. You understand the goals. There are so many other great people that did have their time in football, but those alive and those that have gone to rest. But I think still having him around makes football more enjoyable. When you're talking about Ronaldo, Messi, and other players, you still look at Pele as that icon still there, you understand? And I think it's that big Iroko tree that is standing very, very tall in the forest. And I think faith and nature should just allow us have him for much time. He still probably just get to 90 on the rest before he finally rests. But I think it's a good thing that we are able to be alive to know and to see that this is a man that played football and enjoyed football and scored the goals, which is the most important integral part of the sport, scoring goals. And we are never served less than what we deserve. I think happy birthday to him. The football world is still wishing him good, and especially Brazil. I wish I'm from Brazil. I think I've just been going for selfies every day.
Still an icon in football, very much revered in the world of football, globally in sports, and even outside the world of sports. That's why he is a man of great substance. His achievements and the records that he set for himself are still speaking for him today, and I believe they'll speak for him for many, many more years to come. Happy birthday to the man, 79 years today, Pele, Mr. Edson Arantes do Nascimento. Now away from that, we'll begin with basketball for tonight. You can see his records, his honors on your screen. 812 games officially, 92 appearances for Brazil, 757 goals in total. He won the Brazilian Cup 6 times. He won the FIFA World Cup 3 times. He won the Copa Libertadores by 2 times, and he won international cups, club competition by 2 times, and the NASL Soccer Bowl 1 time. What a man, Pelé.
Exactly. I think if there's any award to be carved out for him, there should be an award.
A Pelé award, yeah.
Yes, a Pele award.
The Puskas award.
Exactly. Let it be for Pele first as he's alive, then probably carve a niche for him. Whoever wins so fit gets the Pele award. I think if he were to be around, as in if the football, the best player award was to be around in the days, I think they'll just keep it for him every of those times. He won 6 Copa del Mundo, that's 6, that's 3, that's 9, that's 10, 11. Probably we're having 11 World Best Player awards. I think there should just be an award. Every award, the FIFA Best, the European Best, they should just keep it for him. The American, the North American Best, whatever, he deserves it all along. All
right, I'll begin from the basketball scene. We'll begin from the home scene where it should give us a little bit of delight to see it's called the President's Cup this time around, the Nigerian Basketball League for 2019. It's the President's Cup. We should be really excited about it, but the excitement seems to be tainted by the organization, the lack of effort that has been put into the organization of it. It's just a very, very brief tournament. Not all the teams we expect to see participating, but nonetheless, it's been good so far for Rivers Hoopers, who have won the first 2 games. The first game dismantling Ondo Raiders by 85 to 28 points, and in the second game, they defeated the Benue Braves by 77 to 30 points. It's looking good for Rivers Hoopers, and given the way they've started, they could go all the way and do us proud.
For me, I think it's looking good for them. A team that have not been playing the basketball, have only been training. I think for me, this is just a way to put up something. One thing they did is try as much as possible not to call it a league. And because if you call it a league, you'll be sanctioned. The case is already in court. So what a way to change the name. I love this country. What a way to change the name to call it Presidential Cup. So for me, it's a nice one for River Supers, and beating, their opinion. Look at the margin, some 50 points, some 40-something points, and you get to ask yourself, come on, what have they been doing? I saw one of those games when they played Bender, is it Brenda? Yeah, and I was like, come on, these guys, one, they were not making shots. They are committing fouls.
Those
No, I'm talking about Rivers Hoopers now. But towards the fourth quarter, I didn't finish the fourth quarter. I left, and before I knew what was happening, I saw the score line. Like I was like, is it the fourth quarter that all these points entered? But fantastic stuff for them. Good one. They're getting the points now. Tomorrow we'll be seeing them playing against Icelanders over in Lagos, Icelanders of Lagos, and those guys have come out to say, see, River Sweepers should calm down and wait for them. And one thing we need to understand is this: when it comes to basketball in Lagos, Icelanders, you can always count on them. I think tomorrow we are going to see, good game. We are really going to see good game. Let me see if River Sweepers are going to put up the same point, the same attitude. We are going to show the same character on what they are showing to other guys.
All right, now away from the local scene, we go straight into the NBA. We informed you that the NBA League season for 2019-2020 kicked off in the early hours of this morning. That's if you're watching from Nigeria, but over there in the United States of America, it was sometime on Tuesday, not on Wednesday. That's because we have all these crazy time differences between the time zones. And there is no better way to start it than the Battle of Los Angeles. We saw Anthony Davis join LeBron James at the LA Lakers, and we saw the man who, in quotes, that handed Toronto Raptors the championship last time around, moving to the Clippers. And Clippers, they were missing Paul George, but it ended in favor of the LA Clippers. What's his name? Like Kawhi Leonard coming up big for them, scoring a lot of points, assists, and rebounds as well.
I think for me, there's no way to start the season with, without you playing against LA Clippers and the Lakers. So, but one thing we need to understand, the first thing that got my attention was, come on, this is actually Clippers home, but it looks as if it was actually Lakers. They're brothers, they are neighbors. So
like
the fans, the fans, came out. I will tell you that 55 or 60% of the fans at the stadium, at the court there, was actually Lakers fans. Because when it gets to free throws, you have to see the home fans, make those noise to, bring fear to the opposition team. Fortunately, the Lakers were the ones doing that thing. But I would say a good game without Paul George. The LA Clippers were able to come out big. Kawhi Leonard scoring 13.5 assists and making some blocks also. And LeBron James, I will say this. LeBron James and Anthony Davis, what they did yesterday was, this early morning, was trying to play old-time basketball. Those time of basketball, we saw Magic Johnson played, we saw MJ played, Kobe Bryant also played, and the rest of them. So for me, I think we still need to see more. His good defense was the same Clippers without Kawhi won 48 matches last season. And now with Kawhi, without even Paul George, you begin to wonder that Paul George is not even playing. Then how come they are getting such win? Now let's understand this. They are 11 points down. They are trailing by 11 points at some point in the first quarter. But from second quarter, they scored 40 points. Second quarter, they scored 40 points. That is how to tell you how defense. Patrick Beverly was awesome. Lee Williams was awesome. Shempas was awesome. And come on, you still need to give it to, the Lakers. Danny Green, fantastic 3. Out of 9 3 that he made 7. You understand? 7 for 9. And he made those 3s. I would say kudos to him. LeBron James, maybe now he's one of the greatest players in the NBA. Maybe now you need to allow him to hold the ball. But this early morning, he was mostly giving out the assists, allowing the balls to go. I remember Kuzman is not there, and Roger Rondo also, which is their point guard, also did not play. So LeBron James had to fill in that space. So let's see. Today, I believe we'll be seeing other games. We'll be seeing Golden State Warriors and the rest of them play today.
All right, now the results for the 2 games played earlier this morning. We saw Toronto Raptors defeating the New Orleans Pelicans by 130 to 112. That's after overtime. The game actually went all the way to the final quarter, the fourth quarter, and there was no winner, so they had to go for overtime. And in overtime, the Toronto Raptors showed the New Orleans Pelicans why they are the defending champions.
No
of the
Zion.
NBA. Even as you can see, the Pascal Siakam flaunting his ring in front of us.
Making Africa proud. Making the Cameroonian proud.
It's a thing of joy to get that ring on your finger. Not many players, a lot of great players ended up not having a single NBA championship, and these people, they did it last season, and they have the right to enjoy every bit, every moment of it this time around. We saw, before the start of the show, we saw that video clip where they came out, received their rings, and it was a really, really good thing of joy. And the LA Clippers defeated the LA Lakers by 10 points. It ended 112 to 102 in favor of the LA Clippers. Now, before we started the show, we told you about the UEFA Champions League games being played tonight. We'll tell you about some of the results. Some of the games have already been played earlier on. Chelsea defeating Ajax at the Johan Cruyff Stadium by a single goal, coming from Michy Batshuayi off the bench, and RB Leipzig came from a goal down in the first half to defeat Zenit St. Petersburg in the second half by 2-1. Some of the fixtures to expect in the NBA: we will see Charlotte Hornets take on the Chicago Bulls. We'll see Indiana Pacers take on Detroit Pistons. Orlando Magic will play against the Cavaliers. Brooklyn Nets will take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Miami Heat will take on the Memphis Grizzlies. Philadelphia 76ers will take on Boston Celtics. Dallas Mavericks will take on the Washington Wizards. San Antonio Spurs will take on New York Knicks. Utah Jazz will take on Oklahoma City Thunder, and Phoenix Suns will take on Sacramento Kings. While in the UEFA Champions League, as it stands now, Genk are playing at home in Belgium against Liverpool, and Liverpool are 1-0 up. It's in the 24th minute that one. Napoli also 1-0 up against Salzburg, Austria. In Group F, Inter Milan are 1-0 up against Borussia Dortmund in the game that we expect to be the toughest fixture for tonight. Inter Milan 1-0 up already in 24 minutes against Borussia Dortmund. Slavia Prague are losing at home to FC Barcelona by a single goal as well. Benfica defeating Lyon by 1-0 as it stands, and the other game in Group H, Lille nil Valencia. Nil Victor Osimhen is yet to score on the night. We're expecting goals from him, as he's always done in the previous fixtures. Now in football, we'll begin from the local scene, not really on the local scene, but it concerns Nigerian football team. Talking about the Golden Eagles, the under-17 team of the Nigerian side. They've arrived in Brazil. They've been in Brazil for about 2 weeks now, playing preparational friendlies. They won one, they lost twice. Lost against the Sao Paulo under 17 and lost their last game. And now they've officially landed in the city of Goiânia in Brazil, where the team will tackle Hungary at the Estadio Olimpico in the opening game of the Group B of the 2019 FIFA Under-17 World Cup Finals on Saturday, 26th of October 2019. Now, it will interest you to know, we already know, but we would like to keep telling you so you keep hearing it and you don't be in any doubt. Nigeria have been 5-time champions in the FIFA Under-17 World Cup, the highest winners of the tournament. They won in 1985, 1993, 2007, 2013 with Manu Garba, and 2015. Now they will face Hungary, Australia, and Ecuador in Group B at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Manu Garba led this side in 2013 and he won it. He is back with this side. Can we be optimistic about the players he has, and can we rely on his tactical honors to get us the trophy this time around? If we win it, it's 6 times.
Definitely. For me, I think these are a bunch of young players. I think this should be the youngest side we've had. Presumptuously, this is the youngest side we've had. Apart
I think
from
the 2016,
2015,
the 2017 should be the youngest for me. Where we
that's
have
Wakale and the rest.
Wakale, Chukwueze.
For me, I think, judging from, we just can't tell MI and the rest, but I think these are a good bunch of players. But with the recent losses to friendly games, although friendly games are not good test of strength and everything when the competition comes in proper, but I think they say soup will go sweet and unlock now from when they mix the grain, you understand? So I think for me, they should get their ass together when the competition comes proper. It's good to think we are not seeing them getting to Brazil a week to talking about logistics, talking about feeding and everything. They've gone there and probably should be acclimatized with the weather and everything. So I think all those things matters a lot. They've been there for past weeks or there about playing games, getting acclimatized, and knowing the weather and everything. So I think for me, they're going to have a good tournament, but we just have to wait when the tournaments come into play. Well, I think I watched the first one that they won. Very good side. They had good control of the ball, which is the most important. And there was this cohesion between them when I saw the few clips I saw. And I think we have good prospects for the tournament. Hopefully they do us proud. But my own worries about age grade competition. It's the ability for them to graduate to the next.
Continuity.
Exactly, continuity of probably not the whole of the players, the 11 of them, but at least major part of the team. Good numbers of the team. I think 6 or 7 of these guys should progress, but over the years we've not seen this happen. I think that's the only.
I think maybe we are seeing it now. I think maybe.
How many of them? The last competition that they went.
Before I get CP's take on the issue, I would like to inform you that the phone line is now displayed on your screen, so you can start sending us your text message via WhatsApp, and you can start putting your phone calls through to us on the show tonight. And we'll go for a short break after I take CP's thoughts on the under-17 in Brazil. And during that short break, we'll treat you to some of the highlights, the games that were played yesterday. Mbappe's hat-trick for PSG. They defeated Club Brugge by 5-0, and the other scorer of the hat-trick, Raheem Sterling, 5-1 rout for Manchester City last night. Now, CP, the under-17, what are the prospects? Is it something you're looking forward to, the entire tournament? And like Kingsley said, the continuity, is it something we're starting to get our acts together?
The age grade football is to get talent, is to get the players that can represent you when it comes to national team and everything. With time passed where we had good players, but we are not able to move them to under 20, under 23, or to the Super Eagles. We have Santos, Macaulay. That was Santos. That was a time where
2007, I think.
That was 2007, and that was where we saw Tony Cruz and the rest of them played good football. Unfortunately, nothing happened, and we saw 2005. Okay, not we saw 2015, where we saw Kelechi and Iheanacho and the rest of them came in. Nwakali, them, we are still trying to see. Nwakali have been a fantastic player. So for me, I think they are the best now. Mario Garba will not come with the same tactics he used. Remember, after he won that under-17, he left, and Amunike that came in, because Amunike was the assistant. Amunike came in and won it also the second time. So for me, I think he has gone for refresher courses, and he knows how to manage these guys. He knows how the age grade football works. The thing is, after winning it, we want to see that transition from the under-17, under-20. Don't fly them from under-17 to Super Eagles. Most time when you do that, there will be a collapse.
Developmental process.
If you can take them from under-17, okay, try them to the Olympic. Maybe just try them to the Olympic, under-23. Then let's see how they can grow from there. If you don't want to take them, if the person, definitely, I don't know their age, I will not be here and complain. I'm not the agent, or I'm not their parents.
All right, we'd like to really see that transition, because that's how, if you look at it, if you put it into perspective, that's how the powerhouses in football these days make their senior team strong. We know the story of Germany, how they always graduate their players from the under-17 to the 20, keep the same crop of good players, and then they turn out to represent them well.
Neymar played under 17. Neymar Coutinho played under 17 in Nigeria. The under-17 World Cup 2009 here in Nigeria.
I think we had the same, like that was when we had Emmanuel.
There was a certain one of the players from the local scene in that tournament. He was probably the best player in the tournament.
I think it would be Isaac Okoro.
We had Isaac Okoro. We had Emmanuel. That was the same. We had Onazi. The same sort of people we had Onazi, and we are there today.
It's sad that we don't even know where they are, but hopefully this time it wouldn't turn out to be like that. We're more aware now. Hopefully that the NFF and those involved put this into consideration. The transition of the players is very, very important, and in a few years' time we'll have a very formidable team put together with the players we have representing the Super Eagles right now. Okay, we'll go for that short break, and we'll treat you to some very beautiful goals from the UEFA Champions League games played out yesterday. Please stay tuned. Sports Blip will be right back. The UEFA Champions League really returned in grand style, if you ask me. Superb hat-trick from that man, Kylian Mbappe. He came off the bench in the second period, and in less than 30 minutes, he got his hat-trick done and settled. Paris Saint-Germain 5, Club Brugge 0, and it happened in Belgium. Paris Saint-Germain traveling away from home. The other goal scorer was, of course, was Morakadi, stepping in for the absent Edinson Cavani, getting the brace to his name, and it was a really impressive game from the PSG side. Not to forget the other man, Angel Di Maria, doing business for PSG when he's needed. A hat-trick of assists to his name. And you can't really look past him when you talk about PSG and top performing players for the Paris club right now. The other game, we saw another hat-trick. Manchester City defeated Atlanta by 5-1. Raheem Sterling, the scorer of the hat-trick in that particular encounter, and it was really a goal fest last night. 30 goals scored across all of Europe last night in the UEFA Champions League, and that's why we're here to give you all the exciting bits of discussions concerning those goals. The phone line will be displayed on your screen right about now, so you can start sending us your thoughts and your comments via WhatsApp, and you can also put your phone code. Let those calls start coming in so that we can talk sports with you. We love it when you talk sports with us, so let's get the business rolling on tonight's program. Now we'll run you through the results as they happened in yesterday's UEFA Champions League. It was Tuesday the 22nd of October 2019, and the UEFA Champions League match day 3, the first night of match day 3. In Group A, we saw Club Brugge lost at home to PSG by 5-0. The highlights which you just saw on your screen a couple of moments ago. Galatasaray, on the other hand, lost in Turkey to Real Madrid by 1-0. The first time Real Madrid got their win. Okay, we start from top now. Shakhtar Donetsk losing at home, playing out the 2-2 draw with Dinamo Zagreb. Atletico Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano defeated Bayer Leverkusen by 1-0, courtesy of Alvaro Morata. PSG 5, Club Brugge 0. No news about that right now. Real Madrid, the first win in the UEFA Champions League this season. They defeated Galatasaray by 1-0. Remember, they lost their first game against PSG by 3-0. Drew against Club Brugge by 2 goals each, and now they finally won their third game by a single goal away to Galatasaray in faraway Turkey. Bayern Munich, after dispatching Tottenham Hotspur and handing them their biggest defeat in the UEFA Champions League by 7-2, were travellers again this time. They travelled to Greece and they defeated Olympiacos by 3-2. Robert Lewandowski getting his name on the score sheet in the process, becoming the fifth all-time highest goal scorer in the UEFA Champions League history. And Tottenham Hotspur, who would have thought, against Red Star Belgrade, 5-0. First time they're winning in the Champions League this year. The first game ended 2-1 against Olympiacos. The second game, we don't want to talk about that right now because it was really embarrassing. And the third game, it was a very good showing for them, defeating Red Star Belgrade by 5-0. On your screen, it's spelled Crvena Zvezda, where you can see Red Star Belgrade. Tottenham was 5, Red Star 0. Sonny Heung-min getting a brace, and also Harry Kane getting a brace in that one. Eric Lamela running off the scoring for them. And Man City defeated Atlanta by 5-1. Raheem Sterling with a hat-trick and Sergio Aguero with the brace. And Juventus came from a goal down against Lokomotiv Moscow to defeat the Russian club in Turin by 2-1. Both goals coming from that man of the moment in Turin right now, Paulo Dybala. Got 2 quick-fire goals to save them from defeat in their own backyard. And we'll talk about some of these games as they happened yesterday. But let's quickly update you with some of the games going on right now. Even as we speak, the UEFA Champions League is kicking in. A lot of goals being scored on the night as well. Liverpool are still 1-0 against Genk. Goal coming from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Napoli are 1-0, playing 1-0 against RB Salzburg, the Austrian team. It's 1-0 in that one. Napoli got the first goal through Dries Mertens, but Salzburg have come back to tie the game 1-0. It's 42 minutes in most of the quarters played, in almost all the quarters played. Inter Milan still 1-0 up against Borussia Dortmund, goals coming in from Lautaro Martinez. FC Barcelona and Lionel Messi are 1-0 up against Slavia Prague. Lionel Messi getting the goal for FC Barcelona, which take his total goal tally to 673. I've been really interested in the goal tally of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. These days, I just watch both of them play and I keep counting. So we'll keep counting for Lionel Messi. 673 goals now, chasing Cristiano Ronaldo on 701 goals as we speak. And in Benfica, far away Portugal, Benfica leading Lyon by 1-0. Goal coming in from Rafa Silva. In France, Victor Osimhen is yet to come on the score sheet. It's still a goalless draw between Lille and Valencia. Those are the scores even as we approach half-time in those quarters in Europe. We'll keep you updated as the show progresses. Now, let's talk about Kylian Mbappe. The highlight you saw on your screen, Kylian Mbappe coming in off the substitute bench to score a hat-trick. He becomes the first substitute to score 3 or more Champions League goals in a single game since Joseba Llorente for Villarreal in October 2008. Mbappe was on the pitch for just 30 minutes, and his first goal came in the 61st minute, the second in the 63rd. In the 63rd minute, he got an assist to his name, assisting Mauro Icardi. In the 79th minute, he got his second goal. In the 83rd minute, he rounded up the scoring for PSG. Fantastic stuff. Whenever I see Kylian Mbappe, I see the future of football. And you know, people really get carried away with Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. We keep asking ourselves, can we see somebody as good as Messi in the future? Can we see somebody better than Messi in the future? And this man has done something that Messi did at a very young age, and he's even done it at a younger age.
Exactly. I think the only difference between Messi and him is that one is left-footed, Mbappe is double-footed, Messi is very slicky. Mbappe is not that slicky, but I think Mbappe is doing it at a very younger age. Just like you said, I think Mbappe should be the one to break in that truce between Ronaldo and Messi. And I'm foreseeing a Ballon d'Or winner in the nearest future. When I mean nearest future, it could be in the next year, it could be in the next 2 years. But I think he's doing wonderful things. And he keeps doing the business, and he's minding his business. That's the most important thing. And his business is to score goals, and he does it with ease. The techniques at which he scored the third goal was way. Most people of his age would not do that. They will want either to flash in the ball or want to try your luck. You know, someone would call in football try your luck. But he was calm. The ball was moving away from him. He had to reach it, and the techniques are going to see him ranking among the best in his age and in the nearest future. I think he's a very phenomenal player. The pace is there. He's concentrated.
The French wonder kid is already a World Cup winner at this young age.
And
it means he's now scored 15 UEFA Champions League goals at the tender age of just 20 years and 306 days. The other player the player who held the record, make no mistakes about it, Lionel Messi, achieved that feat being 21 years and 288 days old. That's almost 365 days more for Kylian Mbappe, and he's already done that. Who knows which record he will beat? So he's now on top of Lionel Messi and Raul Gonzalez. Those two are forces to be reckoned with when it comes to football, not just the UEFA Champions League, football in general. Whenever you mention Raul Gonzalez, is one of the best during this time. Lionel Messi, arguably the greatest player of all time, and now we have Kylian Mbappe sitting on top.
For me, I think I would say it's a good one for him. You know, when you score goals like that, it boosts your morale also in terms of the next game that you are about to play. And seeing him coming back from injury and had to showcase himself, not really, you know, one of the best team in the UEFA Champions League. Unfortunately, you found yourself at that point positioned well. His speed also, you know, worked out for him. Look at the last goal he scored. Di Maria noticed quite well that player, but you see Lionel Messi passing Raul, and Kylian Mbappe have come to that place to pass him. Maybe next one we are going to see a Nigerian saying, come on, it can happen. Sam Chukwueze can, you know, anything. You know,
one other good thing is that
but I think it's a good tactics when you don't have Cavani, you don't have what is it called? You don't have Neymar, and you're coming out to play good football. At your age already, you have won the world best. You have won the MVP when it comes to the
most valuable
player. You have won it also. So for me, let's see how this thing continues, because most times injury gets to set, and he's still young. And if the injury starts now, there is certain place you will get to, you will not be able to play those kind of football.
Hopefully that doesn't turn out to be the
another
case.
edge he has over Messi is that he's a World Cup winner, and that's one of the knockoff. Messi cannot. I don't know how.
There is a World Cup in 2022.
Argentina will not win the World Cup while Messi is around. Argentina will not
They
win
could. Now let's
the
not
World
have
Cup.
that argument now. But they could win, and we wish Kylian Mbappe all the best. I hope to see a relatively injury-free career for the young man, because he's one really bright star. Very shining prospect in the world of football right now. Right now, I could say we're looking at Kylian Mbappe and Raheem Sterling as in the kind of a Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi situation. But don't take my word for it. They've been really outstanding in both performing for their both clubs and their national team side. And we wish them all the best going forward. And we told you, Toni Kroos handed Real Madrid their first UEFA Champions League victory in the year 2019 for the 2019-2020 season. And on the other hand, in London, also the first UEFA Champions League victory for Tottenham Hotspurs, even as we saw Eric Lamela, Harry Kane and Heung-min Son combine for 5 goals. They defeated their opponents. They scored 5 goals to their name. Harry Kane getting a double, Son Heung-min getting a double, and Eric Lamela also getting his name on the score sheet. Raheem Sterling was at his brilliant best, scoring a hat-trick for Man City as they defeated Atlanta by 5 goals to 1. And Paulo Dybala, very, very inspiring young man. Didn't have the best of seasons last year, but he was the very big talking point in Turin last night as he helped Juventus to move from 1 goal down to defeat Lokomotiv Moscow by 2 goals to 1. He got the brace all by himself, and he's the man taking all the plaudits rightly right now in Italy. We'll take messages from our WhatsApp platform and we'll progress with discussions on the show tonight. Let's have those messages coming from our WhatsApp platform. This one says, hello, yesterday's game for Tottenham was amazing. Truly amazing night. Msunu Ka Nyuku from Zimbabwe. Sometimes when I pronounce it, I feel like I'm Zimbabwean.
Yeah, I think that's Msunu Ka Nyuku
from Zimbabwe. Very, very good. Thank you for sending your messages tonight. We have, I think we have another message coming in from our WhatsApp. This one says, good job done. Please can you help us show the highlight of today's Chelsea and Ajax match? Thanks in anticipation. Well, if you can get that, we'll display it for you at the close of the show. But if you can't, then you'll be sure to see it on SportsBeat Live on Friday. And when these messages come in, I quickly remember I'm still expecting these messages on the program tonight, although Manchester United is not playing the UEFA Champions League. Maybe we'll get this message on Friday or on Saturday when SportsBeat Soccer Saturday returns, because
do you have to remind us of that?
That's when he sent us his last message. I'm talking about Oladi, our man from Lautech, who rightly called out the Manchester United game and Liverpool game to be a 1-1 draw. And he didn't just say that, he said Manchester United will score first and the game would end in a 1-1
I wish we
draw.
could get that.
That's how he just played out.
He saw it in his
Fantastic.
dream.
Maybe he saw it in his dream.
I wish we could get that to display again, but I think it was spot on from him. I don't know. Probably we need to contact him for some. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Even as you see the message.
This message was sent on Friday.
On Saturday, Saturday. Oh, he sends another message. Yeah, he says Manu has scored first. That's when the game was ongoing. And then he said my prediction came through. Bravo to you, Ololade from Lautech Ogbomosho.
One of our ardent watchers from our show.
Yeah, I think we should give him a round of applause.
Definitely.
Very, very good. He got it spot on. Now we're looking forward to getting your message on SportsBeat tonight. And if you can't send us a message tonight, we'll do it again on Saturday. If you think you can get it over, you can get your own plaudits instead of Ololade. Send in your predictions when we return to your TV screens on Saturday for SportsBeat Soccer Saturday. A lot of games to predict, and if you get it correctly, you get your plaudits on the show as well. But moving on from that, we'll quickly run through the nominations that have been released by France Football Magazine, the organizers of the annual Ballon d'Or Award. And this time we also have 2 other awards alongside it that are really interesting. The Yassin Trophy, which is for the best goalkeeper of the year, and also the Copa Trophy for the best young prospect under the age of 21. Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Virgil van Dijk lead the nominations once again. They led for the best player in Europe. They led the nominations for the FIFA Best Award, and they are leading once again for the 2019 Ballon d'Or nominees. A 30-man shortlist, even as you see on your screen right now. Very, very star-studded lineup. We have Sadio Mane, Sergio Aguero, Frankie de Jong, Hugo Lloris, Dusan Tadic, Kylian Mbappe, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Donny van den Beek, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Cristiano Ronaldo, Alisson, Matic Steli, Karim Benzema, Jorginho, Wijnaldum, Virgil van Dijk, Bernardo Silva, Heung-min Son, Robert Lewandowski, Roberto Firmino, Lionel Messi, Riyad Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne, Kalidou Koulibaly, Antoine Griezmann, Mohamed Salah, Eden Hazard, Marquinhos, Raheem Sterling, and Joao Felix. Those are the 30 nominees for the Ballon d'Or Award for the year 2019.
I'm surprised there's no
Luka Modric.
There's no Luka Modric
to make this list, and it's the first time that the current holder has failed to make the list. And I think the France Football Magazine did well to not include Modric on that list, because he does not deserve it.
Okay.
Does not deserve it.
And I think
Madrid already were very poor.
Yeah.
I don't think we have Okay, we only have Benzema because Benzema.
Other people
actually
prefer the
stood
Cruz
out.
Benzema there.
No, I think Benzema stood out in terms of last season. He tried to score a lot of goals. He was the one, stepping in, covering that Gareth Bale, Ronaldo, trying to push to see the kind of work he was going to
Tim,
do.
can I hold you for a minute? We have a call coming from
All right.
tonight. We have a first. Hello, good evening. You're live on Sports Blip. Or we lost that call. If you can, please do get back to us. Now, we'll probably have more time to talk about these awards, these nominees on Saturday, because Saturday is just football. We do 2 hours of football from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Nigerian time. Sports Blip Soccer Saturday returns to your TV screens right here on Salvation TV. So keep it with us to get all the news and all the information, all the deliberations and the arguments concerning the Ballon d'Or for 2019, the trophy, Yashin, and also the Copa trophy. That's for the best goalkeeper as well and for the best player under the age of 21. We'll take this one on the show.
Hello.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Sports Blip.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's Miracle from Delta State.
Miracle all the way from Delta State. Thank you for keeping a date with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, now what are your contributions on the show tonight?
I think the Mbappe is right upstairs and it's very good on the ball and his movement of the ball is quite classy. And that Man and Liverpool match, I know Man United is going to upset because Rashford get to act his form when he play against Liverpool because his game is deadly. When he was got from the academy, he scored 2 goals against
Well,
Liverpool.
Miracle, you're giving us all these facts now after the game. You weren't sounding so confident before the game.
I know I don't have that confidence about Man United, but I know that Man United is going to draw the match. But I don't know if they are going to. I know they are not going to win. But I was thinking, Marcos would have scored that goal, but if it was this man, Nanana could have not scored that goal because when they crossed the ball, he ran and left Nanana alone. He ran out of there to go and attack, but it was just that he demanded that the ball is going to drop here. So he moved. When he moved, just as his man he was matching before.
All right,
So,
Miracle, we're really running out of time on the program, but quickly, can we just get your winner for the Ballon d'Or? I believe you've seen the nominations. Who do you think wins the Ballon d'Or 2019?
I'm not super work and I think it's that guy because they will not like it to Ronaldo. So Ronaldo will not pass Messi. I want to Messi will not pass Messi. They will take that guy.
All right, thank you so much, Miracle, for your contribution on the show tonight. We will also inform you of the trophy Yashin, which is for the best goalkeeper. We have the likes of Alisson, Manuel Neuer, Ederson, Andre Onana, Wojciech Janobla, Kepa, Arrizabalaga, Handanovic, Hugo Lloris, and Makan Ter Stegen. And very, very interestingly for Nigerian supporters, the trophy Copa, the Copa trophy for the youngest player, best young player under the age of 21. We have Samuel Chukwueze on that list. We'll talk about all of this when we return to your screen, Sports Blip Live on Friday and Sports Blip Soccer Saturday on Saturday by 10 a.m. to 12 noon. But that's all we have time for on tonight's program, and we trust you've enjoyed yourself. We thank you for your messages and your calls. Let's do the same time, same station on Friday. For now, we're saying goodbye. Stay safe. God bless you.